Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, this is a rare occurrence. You see me, my glorious morning face, I'm still pretty tired, it's 10 AM. And I decided to do a little stream of an Alina session, so you can come and berate me, tell me which cards I should have picked, and how I didn't make an optimal move, or if I missed any, if I missed mana or something. But yeah, I just thought I'd try this for a change of pace. I have streamed this one time, but the VOD is nowhere to be seen because for some reason, the end of it got corrupted and I lost the very end of the run. But it was only on a very low difficulty. It was like a rookie or a veteran run. And I basically just sped through the game and just wanted to see if the recording was working. And it didn't, so it was pretty useful. So anyway, I'm not going to say this is how we're going to do things from now on. Don't worry about it. But maybe from time to time, we'll do an Alina here so that people can offer their tips, tricks, maybe potential fun builds that I've not considered yet. Anyway, on the last run, which was on the YouTube playthrough, we tried to make the Hurl build work. Unfortunately, I got done in by the spider. I still maintain that if we got like one other move option, like if we got one of the jumps or a push, this could have worked. I mean, we nearly killed it. We got it down to like, what, 16 HP, 20 HP? There or thereabouts. We'll be playing on Hellwalker 10 again, and we're going to random the Warrior. So Warrior has Warrior Strikes. They like thick decks, which is fantastic for me because I like running thick decks. I'm a greedy boy. So yeah, it's basically that whole gimmick is having many cards in hand and in deck. So the strikes get better for the more in the deck. The guards get better for the more cards you have in hand. In fact, it gets discounted to 0 eventually. But the passive is kind of like what the strike is. You're going to block for every 5 cards in your deck. Now, you can add cards to your deck through the heavy moniker, which gives you a fatigue, but that's obviously not the greatest way of doing things. Other reason why Warrior is one of my favourite classes, if not my favourite class, it starts with Ground Slam. The best card. It's not the best card, but it's up there. If there was a scatter graph of fun cards along the bottom and good card along the top, it'd be in the top right quadrant. Possibly an outlier in the top right quadrant. Anyway, the title of my stream, by the way, is Please Let Me Make a Hurl Build Work. It doesn't look like we're going to get it from the start because we have not been offered the Javelin Brace. I think that is the necessity to make the Hurl build actually work, because otherwise everything gets destroyed and you just run out of stuff to throw eventually. Okay, Bear Charm. I can't gain block anymore. That's spicy. Spicy, spicy, spicy. The Warrior is one of the few decks that the block build works well with, so immediately saying like, well, okay, we're not getting block anymore, it's pretty spicy. When I attack, deal 4 damage back. I mean, okay, I'm going to try something a little bit different, because nothing super appeals to me here. Empty Mind is not bad. I will give it that. Shield Breaker, if you like a spear, is a good spear. Oh, maybe I don't try something different. I was going to go for a better charm and just refresh, because I think getting a good charm is the most important thing, even over the cards. Yeah, I think I'm right. You have 2 less card rewards to choose from, the Capybara charm. Okay. And the Vampire Bracer. I do like all these things. Let's do it. Let's fully accessorize and get into a run. So I have fewer to choose from. This means that my shops are very important now. I need to get as much value from shops as possible, because they will give me my variety. I also might not want to be too strict anymore with what I take. If something is like a 60% take, we might want to just take it now because we don't get that many options anymore. I don't think I've ever done a run with the Capybara charm, funnily enough, so this would be a good stress test of the item. Right, Warcry gives me trance, 50% increased damage on attacks. So I could walk up to someone and go Warcry, strike, strike. No, can't strike, strike. No, I can strike, strike, strike. And that should be 21 damage. Okay. I will take some damage back, but we can heal off kills, so I'm not super upset by this. So yeah, we end at 78. That's fine. I guess the thing would be, well, I was going to say the thing we might want to look for is... I think this is a good block build. The self-hurting cards, the ones that get benefits off that. Like the Enrage mechanic if it was Hearthstone. They'd be good. Okay. Guard. Into guard. Into... Wait a second. 14 guard. Why? So Ground Slam gets additional damage for each block you have. So I'm just pumping this up. Land on his head. I take 2, heal 3, we're back to full health. And then play the Fatigue. The other reason why I like the Ground Slam is if you hit an enemy with it, you get an energy refund. Equal to the cost of the card. So it's really good. Just, to put it simply, really good. This isn't the right play, but in the interest of, you know, locomotion, I'll let you hit me. I can heal it back off anyway. It's so early. And we just need to strike. I did say I can't be too picky. This is a form of scaling. I've kind of gone off beef up. It used to be one of the cards that I really rated. I took it all the time. However, it's so slow to scaling. And it's actually anti-synergistic with my build because... well, I say it's anti-synergistic with the build. It's anti-synergistic with the class. Because this gives me block for every card in my deck. And realistically, for beef up to be worthwhile, you have to be redrawing your hand very quickly. Like maybe every 2 cycles, you fully draw your deck. So you keep getting beef up to go. Obviously, that's not going to be the case if I run a thick deck. However, since I only get 1 choice, I will take it. Right, we'll take these as throwables, /shellables, /unusables in the case of the Spear Potion, because I don't really like it. No, the Spear Potion might be useful. We've talked about this before. Me and my hatred of Pierce and Spears. Realistically, this potion never had a chance, right? It's called the Spear Potion, has Pierce on it. There's like 1 enemy on this floor where it's useful, so we might as well hold it. Also, it meditates. I probably want to remove cards right now. I should create. Although this will still be... Actually, maybe I shouldn't, because I believe that will still only give me 1 choice, right? Okay, if we're going to start forgetting stuff, what do I want to forget? I'm going to forget some strikes right now, because I'm leaning towards a block build. I really don't want to do this elite right now. Although, oh my god, I didn't even notice the floor plan is hyper scuffed on the elite front. I think the shop is more important. I'd rather fight an elite. Okay, this is a decent elite to get. And I can abuse him with Ground Slam. And to some degree the Spear Potion, but mainly Ground Slam. In fact, I might even try and do it now. Normally I kill the Perm Ladies first. However... Oh, I haven't upgraded Ground Slam, I can't do it. My other thought process was to take the rest site, upgrade Ground Slam so I had AoE and then I could use it to stun people. So I was going to stun them against the wall and just start pounding them. Unfortunately I can't do that, so... We'll go a different path. We'll forge our own path in life. Right, who do I want to hit? Probably you, since I've already got the 10 block up and I'd rather not take damage. That being said... Oh, no, let's just go for this. I was going to think, that being said... I can heal anyway, but you also have the most health, so... Let's just go on you immediately. Chop. Chop. If we're going to keep a heavy weapon, I should really find a way of dealing with these fatigues as well. Oh, you spiked yourself a little bit. Now you're both stood next to one another. Guard? I mean, this makes your life easy when you only have enough mana to play your entire hand. That's wonderful news. Less decision making. By the way, this rusty longsword that I'm using has an area attack on it. Its downside though is it's giving me fatigues. Okay, 10 damage. Can I kill you? I can. And use beef up. So that is permanent scaling. So we could always cheese this guy. We could always cheese him. How do I go about the cheese? Well, the true cheese, and I might do it, is just to keep waiting until I draw the beef up. Fuck, I forgot you're getting strength for that. Oh, come on. He saw right through my trap. Like, I'm gaining a strength a turn, but he's gaining a strength a turn as well. In fact, he's gaining more than that. Hang on a minute. We might need to be a little bit careful here. Just a little bit careful. There is an alternate path there. The alternate path is I equip a rusty shield instead. And the dagger, just so that I can keep locked between turns. Thanks to barricade from the shield. 32 damage. Yowzers. Or I go for the spear and just have permanent reach. That might be the right play here. I'm in a bit of bother. You may have noticed. Yeah, throw all your junk at me. Alright, now we have to hit you. Let's flick over this way so I gain a bit more of the old guard. I think I'm going to drink the Pierce Potion. And I'm going to race him. Hits me for 28. Did the spike go under it as well? 7. Okay, this time I don't think I do that. I should play these. Alright, there's the movement card I've been waiting for like 3 turns. Unfortunately, I really want to pick this up as well. I could land on your head and do some decent damage. Unfortunately, it's not good enough. So instead, I'm going to use it to move. Oh, by the way, the downside of ground summons, you may have noticed, is it also gives me fatigues. Right. Now I'm going to start smacking you with the spear. I'm also going to throw a rusty shit. No, I'll throw a rusty sword at you. Why? Because this has reach. So I can hit you from a distance. It also has pierce the stinger, so I can go under their armor. They are approaching the point of trapping me in the corner again, but this is where we get a ground slam. So we ground slam to here. I hit you. I hit you. Let the records be known as well that this isn't me saying that the spear build is good. I'm pretty certain this is lethal. Gain the strength. Thwack, thwack with stinger. It was just a need for that moment. I really hate Watchful. I really hate it. It does go towards a block build though, I suppose, so reluctantly I'm going to take it. Now, I have said before, we shouldn't really force builds either. Oh, the other good battle for Pierce? I'll keep the Stinger on then. Spooky. I'll hit you. I'll hit you. What was I saying? I've lost track of thoughts again. Alright. Do a little bit of setup. Yeah, I said we shouldn't force builds. However, sorry. I still think that you should lean towards a build with your class identity. And while we're on the first floor, you can kind of get away with having a suboptimal build. Like this one, for example. Give myself some options. Okay, that is more block orientated. Apologies to spear lovers, we'll be getting rid of this now. I've got enough that I will be looking for a shield. Give me an event. Do I want to remove a random card? How can this screw me over? If I lost Ground Slam, I would really be upset. So I think the play here would be to... Normally, the normal person play would be to restore 5 HP. I think the coward's play would be to restore 15 HP. I also think this is the path to defeat. The winner's play, I think, is removing a card. Even though it's against my build, as I said, it's so hard to remove cards in this game. Distracted we can remove in the future, though. I say it's hard to remove cards, but I'm going to have to remove Distracted then. Do I just receive Shame? Because Shame is pretty easy to get rid of. It just eliminates when you play it, so it's 2 mana. 1 time to get rid of something, but I don't really care about 5 HP. That being said, I'm probably fighting an Elite next, so maybe I do want the HP. I wish you could see my map right now. I don't remember where the other Meditate is. I think it's behind the Elite fight. Yeah, this isn't worth it right now. You're removing a card. So the only reason to take this is if you can play Distracted on the cheap. Like you have a status effect enabler, and you can just insta-play it from your hand and get rid of it. And then down the line you remove it. I'll receive Shame. I thought it was behind the Elite. Okay, we will keep going. Ooh. Receive an additional bonus. Reduce the cost of initiative by 1 for 1 fight. I am about to fight an Elite. I think it's not worth it, though. Because that, it's a give a man a fishing rod or a fish type analogy. There he's giving me the fish. If I upgrade Ground Slam, though, I'm getting the fishing rod. Because this is so good upgraded. It's AoE damage, it's movement, has a stun chance associated with it. And this is the other Elite that's pretty easy. In fact, this guy might be the easiest Elite. To be completely honest with you. Okay, let's shuffle, Warcry, and start smacking. I guess I'll keep the Stinger for now until... I don't know, until like a better shield comes along. You want to grapple me? How about no? How about I just keep dodging away and using reach? Okay, we would like to play Shame here. Here's the stun. I'm now going to push associated with the Ground Slam so I can push this guy into his friend. Was it really good? No, because he was going to shoot his Hellhound dog. However, now I get to inflict the damage. Thwack. Then I'll play Shame to get rid of it permanently. And we're good. Okay, 3 strikes kills you. And would you look at that? Uno, dos, tres. A crossbow wouldn't be too bad either. Again, shield is really where I'm looking. So you're shooting in a line and pushing. So I'm safe here. Man, 45 damage. You guys are scary. Has anyone ever told you that? Enemies on this floor can be scary. Should I have Warcry first? Yeah, obviously. Count them up. That's the first misplay. Also, let me know, either in the YouTube comments or in the Twitch chat if you're in there, is my camera position okay? I know it covers this. I say it covers this, you can't see it on the Twitch end. It tells you what the ability to do. In fact, let me pull it down a little bit, but even then it will still cover it maybe. Or do I go... Do I put myself here? Is that the optimal place? No. I'll throw myself down here. Eventually enemies in the later game do have enough effects that it just comes down here, so you're just gonna have to live with it, okay? Well, at least for guys like this, you can see what they're called and what they are doing and some of their effects. You won't see the later effects, though. Right, you're just hitting me and any tile adjacent. Joke's on you, I have reach. Beef up, strike, play the fatigue. That's a pretty good attack option. I shall move. See you later. I will go to the one safe tile. Possibly should have hit the trap there as well. Oh well, I'm hitting it now, so... Warcry first, genius. Smack. Smack. I could kill with a throwable here. Like, I can hurl a weapon at them. But I'd rather get the 1 gold from it and assume I'm going to draw a strike. There we go. Fire Surge, Blind, Deadly Touch. I think Blind is the correct play here. It's not a great card. It does somewhat synergize with a block build. Fire Surge has a synergy with Pace, but my intention is to go for Pace. I don't think Pace is strong enough to have a build associated with it yet. I'll sell the Rusty Dagger for a heavy crossbow, because this is something I could hold with a shield. Again, if you've never seen this before and you're tuning into the Twitch end, I'd urge you to check out my series out on the main channel, because I explain a lot of things in the game there. But you have 2 hand slots and your cards are color-coded for each hand. So these are left-handed attacks and these are right-handed attacks. Right now it's not a huge issue because I'm using a 2-handed weapon. But, for example, the crossbow is a 1-handed weapon. I could put this in my left hand and maybe the shield in my right, because I have more blocks on my right hand and I have an equal amount of attacks on my left, so it's not really detriment. And you can swap these around in battle until you use it. Once you've used an attack with that hand, the weapon's locked in. So you can do a bit of juggling, but... And often I do a lot of juggling. Alright, so this meditate I was going to remove a card. Again. I think I will remove rather than create still. And I'll get rid of a blue strike now. Now that it's been shown to me that the blocks are on the blue hand, we'll get rid of the attacking option, so then I don't need to juggle as often. And now I have a choice of a shop or a shop. I will take this shop first, because this shop unlocks more events. And obviously we need cards. Refocus is really... Oh, God. There's combo finishers here. I like combo finisher. There are a few cards in the game that I treat as, like, the big finishers. And for some of the main builds. Combo finisher, funnily enough, is the big card for the combo build. It's the big reward at the end of it that deals huge damage. Oil for the burn build. There's then, what's it called? Flow state, is it called? For the focus one, which I don't really rate that much. Normally when you see like a combo finisher, you take a combo finisher. But I'm so not going towards a combo deck right now. So I think I don't. I think I take Refocus. I do feel like I'm forcing a little bit hard here, especially since I don't have a shield. Oh, again. More of these guys. More of these guys that I one-shot. Anyway, smack. Smack. You can also see right now they have an effect called top heavy since I've moved my, big face. Which means that if you push them, they take 4 damage. It says when thrown off balance, but if I just push them in any direction, they'll take 4 damage. That is the only way to beat these guys. We will move. beef up, and strike. Who are you aiming at, Tri-Archer? What is your game plan here? I think it's time to switch up a little bit. So, you're doing 16 damage. Repel, I don't think works on a shoot. It's not an attack action, therefore it doesn't proc the repel. However, I can still put up a lot of block and just stand in your line of fire. And then if I move, I can shoot back at you as long as I put up 16 block. In fact, I can also stun you. Some weapons have power moves. Yeah, this is the right play. This is the right play. This is the winner's choice. So some weapons have a power move symbolized by this, like, you know, flaming icon. And if you activate it, they get an additional effect. So this one is do 2 more damage, and it does knockback. And if you knock an enemy back into the wall, they get stunned. Delightful. Now I'm going to use refocus rather than a block gain. So refocus is you gain like X amount of block, then you discard your hand and gain X block for each card discarded, and you draw a card back. So I'll use it to cycle my hand, which gives me a strike. Now, would I like to kill this enemy over beefing up? Yes, unfortunately you can't. The downside of the crossbow is you have to reload it. And to do that, I need to give it a combat of the same colour. Unfortunately, I don't have any combats of the same colour. So I'll have to leave that unloaded right now. Okay, we do have it this time, so I'll reload, then shoot you. Right, now you want to shoot me. No, I'll move. We'll pick up a rock, and I'll end turn. These guys aren't really a big issue. I should just ground slam onto you. Because I haven't used a combat of that colour, I can swap my weapon out. The reason that's important is that... Oh, fuck you, rock. That's great, I can do it with this. I was going to switch to a weapon that doesn't have a reload so I could use all 3 attacks, but I have lethal anyway, so it doesn't matter. What I will do, though, and you see me do this occasionally, so any rocks on the ground at the end of the arena just get destroyed. However, if you have them in your inventory, you can sell them at the end of the battle for 1 gold! So me swapping that stinger out for a rock means I can get 1 additional gold for this battle. And you might say, does that matter? Well, obviously, yeah, there's going to be the odd occasion, very odd occasions where 1 gold literally matters. Like, you can't afford a power card that would be super important for your build because of it. Full on attack I don't like. I think it's a bad card. If you don't play it, you lose it. It's 2 energy, which is pretty expensive. Has no other upside to it, other than that it has decent damage. But it's only 9 damage for 1 mana. It's not that, you know. It's not something you can really build your deck around. Famous last words before someone shows me the all-out attack build. Anyway, I'll sell both rocks, I think. I'll keep the Vitality Potion that gives me an extra energy. And... we're all good. Now, the other thing I should be scouting is, who am I fighting? Is it the Spider Queen? It's the Spider Queen. So Spider Queen summons ads. Each floor has 2 different bosses, and it's a, you know, a roll of the dice which one you're going to get. There's either Gigablade or Spider Queen on the first floor. Gigablade is a single target enemy, so the bow would have been completely fine. Because I'm fighting Spider Queen, I need to hold on to either the Stinger or the Rusty Longsword, or even both. Oh man, we've been so lucky with these guys. The Armor Maxes. Okay, whose order? He goes first, charges to there, but if I move to here, then he's going to hit his friend who is here, and it's going to hit me, which is going to stun me, and being stunned in this game, pretty annoying. So, I think the place to go here, and just hit twice, and get a double kill. Again, if you hover over this icon here, the 1, 2, 3, it shows you the turn order. I just realized in this mode, in my Streamlabs, you can't see my mouse, my cursor. Okay. Noted. I fucking have the wrong weapon equipped. I hate myself. Well, this is what happens when you just chat. I'm gonna just put up full block right now. I didn't even put up enough block, I could have used that. Okay. Well, we can get this back again by killing the enemies on this floor. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing is going to be alright. As long as you don't fuck it up again. So, who's charging who? You're charging this way, you're charging that way. You'll hit your friend but not kill him, I believe. Which is great, because I don't want you to kill people. I want to kill people now. In-game, of course. Oh, 1 second. I'm getting a cold call. Let me just cancel that and move on. Alright, we're good. How am I going to do this? I mean, I'm probably gearing up towards a ground slam play, so I think I'm playing Watchful Repel. Maybe just jump on the Hellhound. But then I push this guy as well. Does that change anything? It does. But not for the worse. Okay, do this, this, this. Actually, it is a bit worse because he dies now to the charge. Ah. I don't really know what I was hoping for there, but that wasn't it. Oh well. You hit your friend. The health potion's nice. That makes up for the mistakes I've made. Okay, genius. Again, because I'm stood on a rock, I might as well throw the rock. It's either throw the rock or lose a bit of equipment. Or this, like, energy potion. I think I will drop... No, I'll drop the rusty longsword. Fuck it. Anyway, I can stay here as long as I've got 2 strikes. And an additional point of damage, which I do. That's why I threw the rock at this guy, so that I'd have lethal. I hit you. I could have also war cried for an additional bit of damage, but I didn't need it. Not there's a downside to playing it, play it if you want to, but I was being fancy getting exactly lethal. Alright, let's show off their other trait, I guess, while I have the time. Another nice combo, by the way, and I hate to be pro-spear after I was, like, so anti-spear. I say I was anti-spear. I was never anti-spear, I just said there weren't that many good spears in the game. And I think the Stinger is the worst. Well, the Stinger is one of the worst ones. But in this scenario, it's really good. This one unique scenario versus this one unique enemy is very good. But if you ground them a tile adjacent to someone, it pushes them one further tile away, which is obviously detrimental to you because then you can't reach with normal weapons, unless you're using like a bow. However, a spear is the perfect amount of length. Anyway, I pushed him so he took topple damage or top heavy damage, and now I can finish him off with pace. Did I need to do it? No, but Empty Mind is fantastic. So Empty Mind lets me purge cards from my deck. Like, I exhaust them from my deck for that combat, and you gain something called Focus, which is the next attack you make uses all your focus, and he gives you an additional damage for each one. So it's a pretty powerful effect. Anyway, do I want to hold on to this health potion medium? Maybe. Oh god, I'm going to have to make a choice here. Do I want the Stinger or the Rusty Longsword as my AoE weapon? Alternatively, I just drink the health potion, except 6 health instead of 20. You know what? The boldest of bold plays, I don't think I need the health potion. I don't think I should even drink it. I think it's better served selling it. Why? The spider summons adds, and I've got Vampiric Bracer, so every time I kill a spiderling, I heal. Which is really good. So I think I can just heal by eating spiders, okay? Now, the next question, and I can kind of get around this by doing this, because I'm holding 2 weapons for my assault instead of the 2-handed weapon. It was which one I throw away, but we'll just take the rusty longsword with me, just in case I need it. Also, as I said, I need gold. It's the most important thing for me right now. Ooh, nope. We will not receive random consumables for 100 gold. I just said gold is the most important resource for me right now. Hunker down does lead you towards a block build. I can't afford it, but it leads me in a direction. I still haven't got a really good shield either, sadly. Counter doesn't stack, so I don't feel the need to grab a second one. Do I have any zero-cost cards? I do. So, Dupe lets you find a zero-cost card you've played before. It's in your discard pile. Not exhaust, discard. And it puts it back into your hand again. Very powerful because there's a lot of good zero-energy cards. Like Kick, for example. However, and I may have just alluded to it, I think Kick is the better play. It's early enough that there's enough enemies that don't have the massive tag, which means they can't be pushed, and it's a defensive option. And despite the fact that I've built a block build, I don't have that many good defensive options, because my block build just isn't there yet. So let's give myself another one. It's also a 0 mana do damage thing, and you can kick someone into someone else. This fight often gets a little bit crowded, and hopefully I can proc a stun that way. Anyway. We'll do the other fight. The dream right now, good shield drop. I don't think I can empty mind my strikes right now. I think that would be foolish. What I can do, though, is equip this again. I think I drop... How much energy? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to drink the energy potion. I'll leave the energy potion on the ground right now. Smack. Smack. As I said, it's hard to get rid of these fatigues. Empty Mind very good at getting rid of fatigues. I can just play them. And I think I'll burn the red guard as well. No offense to any red guards out there. Alright, this might be the time where I just drink the Vitality Potion and live with the consequences. It's actually a pretty good hand to drink it as well. Because Refocus can refill my hand. Beef me up. Obviously I can't Refocus because that would discard Ground Slam, sadly. There's a bit of anti-synergy there. I will play Watchful though for the damage. And then where does Alina want to land her big booty cheeks? Probably here. Three HP back. Now, we're going to use all my focus here. I had 9 focus. It only applies on combats, by the way, not the action cards, so it didn't use it there. I think I'll use it to do 11 damage. I can live with that. And then I refocus, hope for another attack. Okay, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. Big sad times. Okay, it's your turn. You're right, it is your turn. Unfortunately, what are you going to do with it? Nada. That's what you're going to do for this turn. Okay, time to juggle again. If I do this, I can put up 11 block plus the 3, so 14. However, it gives me counter, which does a little bit of damage back. And more importantly, I take no damage, and I can just shoot you, and I can reload. It's basically just the perfect turn. So counter if you've not seen this, and you might not be... Oh, no, you can see it. I deal damage back to the enemy equal to the remaining block I have. So they're going to take 7 damage because of the counter. Plus, remember, I've got the spiky braces, so they're going to take another 4. So they're taking 11 for this. Just as an FYI, reload costs no energy. It used to, funnily enough, but it was too prohibitively expensive and it made bows almost unusable. Again, I have the old repel. Let's move. Pick up the Dwayne. I'd really like to use this, so I think I'm going to forgo some counter damage here. In fact, I'll keep Watchful in my hand as well. I'll forgo some counter damage to have actual damage. Okay. Throw the rock at someone. You can take the Wrath of the Rock. Equip this again. Shield, Watchful. Kick you into the wall. Only for the damage. Then I can do 24 damage to 2 enemies, which is pretty powerful. And here's the anti-synergy. So, I don't know if I've even done it yet because of the pace of the Stinger. If you remove every point of armor on someone, they get stunned. It's called like an armor break. So this is why I don't like the Stinger, because it makes it harder to do armor breaks. And invariably, at least for other situations where you have pace, especially if you have pace on one weapon, not the other one, or a card and not another one, you start eating away at armor and HP at the same time, and it just makes the fight longer. So normally it's better just to not have it. Like now, I'd rather just do 9 damage, move here, and stun this guy. So that is what I'm going to do. Now the question is, do I just stand here and use this instead? Warcry Strike will do 12 damage on the strike. That will break both of them, so I think I will. This kind of gets towards what I really like about this game. It's not just, you know, a deck builder. You've also got this, like, weapon synergy stuff that you can swap around, and it can drastically change your deck. The weapons have enough effect that it really changes your build. It's pretty neat. Speaking of which, more AoE damage. Trance does stack, so we'll have Trance for next turn now. And I've chunked these guys down to 1 in 12 health. Can I get a booty triple kill? I think I can. Play it. Play it. Play it. And booty cheeks. Very good. Right, the game wants me to have a Fireball. Fireball is knockback, it's decent. I think I will take it. It's good against a spider. Now we have some decisions to be made. So the Uchi Katana is a two-handed katana weapon. It comes with that focus type build. So all katanas gain 2 focus at the start of each turn. That's how they're balanced. It would be nice though, because it doesn't have the heavy moniker. All the katanas I think are, well, just not heavy. So I wouldn't have to deal with the fatigues. However, it doesn't have the area attack on it. So I don't think I want it. Again, we'll hold the 2 one-handed weapons to give myself a bit more space. I think I just want to take a Vitality Potion. In fact, I tell you what we do. Do I do this? I don't think we want the Stinger anymore. I think we get rid of it. It's pretty good sell value on the Stinger. That's it. I can tell you what, Spear lovers. I can say one nice thing about the Stinger, which has honestly done well for me this floor. It sells for decent money for what is not a good weapon. The Spider Queen has no armor, nor do the Spiderling, so it's not useful for that battle, other than the fact it is AoE in the sense it has reach, and hits 2 tiles in front of you. However, this hits 3 tiles, so this is better area control. So I think this is just better for the spider fight. What I was going to say, though, is that the Uchi Katana might be better in the long run. However, I couldn't hold everything, so I think I'm going to have to sell the Vitality Potion. So I think we run with this. Also, if you have the Uchi Katana at the start of the battle, you gain 1 focus at the start of the turn. Sorry, 2 focus at the start of the turn, so you start with 2 extra damage. Very cash money. Vitality Potion sells for a lot. I'll keep the crossbow. It does have a push on it, which is a defensive option for me. And then we get to upgrade one card at the rest, because I do not need the heal. What is the biggest boon I can get? Now, it's debatable. If you upgrade Empty Mind, it loses its exhaust effect, and you gain more focus for each card you remove. So you could really thin your deck out with that. That might be nice if I'm gaining fatigues, which we could do for this next battle, but beyond then, I don't know. Beef Up is another shout, because then that gives you 2 strength. It's doubling my scaling. Warcry gives you strength for 2 turns. I like it, but I don't love it. And I think it's only these are the options, really. I think it's Beef Up or Empty Mind. Possibly Warcry. Fireball does a bit more damage and applies a bit more burn. Refocus is very good. It gives you more block, including more block for the discarded cards. Eventually, we will want to upgrade this. My block synergy is not strong enough, though, right now. I think, because I'm probably going to be using the big heavy sword for a lot of this fight to cleave through spiders, I will take this. It is somewhat anti-synergistic again, though, with my Battle Hardened. Is the payoff of Battle Hardened, though, really worth it? In the most cases, no. In my case, where I'm a really greedy boy, and I like to take cards, yeah, it's a huge downside, because I take everything. Okay. So, the Spider Queen is spawning some eggs, which, funnily enough, will spawn some Spiderlings. We also have 2 Spiderlings on the map. One of the Spiderlings tries to snag you. Now, no one's ever snagged me before, but it basically stops me from using a move ability next turn. This includes stuff like Ground Slam, without attacking them first. So the reason it's detrimental is that if you don't play initiative first, and you have to play it first because it has opener, you lose it. So you attack them, you don't have initiative, you can't move, you get hit. However, you can break that with throwables, so I don't really have anything I desperately want to throw away right now. However, Warcry Blind will give you 13 damage. This is 12, that's 25, so I'm pretty certain this is a double kill. And that's all I want to do this battle, just control the Spiderlings. I will still play the fatigues, even though I have another means to get rid of them. That potion, by the way, the ward potion, very, very powerful. And again, you've come right into my trap. By the way, the Spider Queen, the symbol means they're massive. I can't push or pull them, so kick won't work on them. 23 damage. I've got up 3 block. I think we're just going to keep moving away. I believe the game plan for me this build is to try and get Beef Up to get me as strong as is humanly possible. So we're just going to take our time with things. We'll use the shield to give me Barricade, so Barricade is an effect that keeps half block for next turn. Without it, it makes shields almost useless as well. The old days of like the early alpha/beta of this game, it was really the only build that was viable was burn or the combo build. They were so strong. At least at these higher difficulties. Do I want to just punch you with my shield? Or gain more Barricade for next turn? I mean, I tell you what, I'm going to kick you, that's for certain. It doesn't really do anything because it's going to pop out a Spiderling at full health. Hello, shield. I've been waiting for you for a while. You are one of the worst shields in the game, but... it makes me feel happy having that than a rusted shield. Okay. I really don't know. I mean, I do know. It's just this. There's no point in striking it. It just gives us Spiderling anyway. And I'm not too worried about the husks of the shells, which again also block your movement. Okay. I'm going to say no to Watchful again. I'm going to push people like that. Oh, a gemstone. That's just a more valuable rock. like IRL. This is why Fireball is very strong as well for the spider. If you don't have an AoE weapon and you can get a Fireball, pick up a Fireball. You can also win this fight with it. So, big AoE splash damage, has knockback, kind of like Ground Slam. Except if an enemy was in front of me, I won't get hit by the blast. And it applies Burn, which damages over time and goes under armor. Then, I think I just shoot you. And play the Fatigue. The arena also stays on fire, there's arena effects, and while they're stood in it, they gain an extra burn stack at the end of each turn. Huh. I don't think there's anything in my hand right now that I'm super hot on. So I will spend my initiative to move here. I think I'd include Warcry in this. I'm not super hot on it. I am super hot by the fact I'm stood on a burning tile. By the way, the gemstone is literally, in terms of the game, a rock that sells for more. I.e., if you do not pick this thing up off the floor, it's gone at the end of the fight. It doesn't just, magically appear there like the weapons. So, it is worth trying to get it, and I probably will try and finagle it into my inv. Even at the cost of hurling a weapon. I'm still thinking, do I just want to discard every single card in my hand right now? And if I do I want this as my weapon? I'd probably want the Uchi-Katana, but then I can't pick up the Uchi-Katana. If you hurl weapons as well, they just explode, unless you have a specific charm. Which is why my Twitch stream is titled with this. There's a brace called the Javelin Air Brace that means if you throw a weapon, it's not destroyed. And I've got a theoretical build that I think can go infinite. But it's super hard to get off, and you basically need that from the start. And I had it on the last run, but we unfortunately died to the Spider Queen before I could set up. God, this is such a messy turn. Apologies, YouTube viewers, I might be thinking a bit too much about this. I'm also explaining more than I normally would do because, hey, it's a different audience, right? I'm trying to be greedy. This is the problem right now. I want to keep my money. I want to also be able to get focus at the next turn. I don't want to throw away this. I don't want to just drink the magic potion. I think that might have been the play, I think I misplayed the initiative. I should have moved on to this tile and not the gemstone, drank the magic potion, and then tried to get the gemstone at a later date. I guess now I just have to live with my decisions and use the crossbow, okay? Plus the shield, I suppose. I can just bash people down with the shield. In fact, I could just choose not to use the shot here and go bang bang with the shield. Or I could put a repel up to keep some barricades. There's so many options right now. Let's get in some barricades. And now I can do something like this. I think this is the safer thing to drop. Maybe even the magic potion. Oh, fuck it. Drop the magic potion. We take 1 damage from the burn. It goes into my armor. That's fine. Okay. So we don't need to worry about this spiderling if I stand here, because it's going to die to Spider Queen, who always goes last, FYI. Similarly, this spider egg is going to die. She's attacking it. However, where do I want to be? Right behind her. Can I get right behind her? Absolutely I can. Yoink! I'm behind you. Now I think I want to equip the Uchi-Katana. I'll drop, reluctantly, the rusty longsword on the ground for now. And then I start swinging. Why do I want this? It does 1 additional damage. It doesn't give me the reload status. It doesn't give me a bunch of fatigues. And I gain focus next turn. So it was the better damage output. I forgot you're not going to kill that spider because the spiderling spawns first. But it is what it is. Right, another fireball. Perfect, I will set the arena on fire again. Rusty longswords, against my better judgment, I'm going to leave you. Only because I can stun you into the wall anyway. And we're slowly chipping away at the Spider Queen. She does get stronger over time. So I do need to be a little bit careful. Just a little bit careful. Okay, let's ground slam. I mean, that spider's dead, so I should just leave that alone. Ground slam. Let's not get funny with the rocks. I should have war cried first. You're right. And then start chopping away, Alina. I do like the idea of like a hurl build where you just bring in tons of weapons. Like Alina just walks in with like a rucksack, like a sports sack, and just katanas and, you know, maces and stuff sticking out of the side of it. It's like, oh, we're ready in a moment. I just need to set up, and you're just scattering weapons around the arena. Okay, that spiderling is dead behind me because he's going to gain a burn stack and then just perish. This is the first time, though, that I'm in a little bit of a spicy position in the sense that I don't think I can get onto the blind side of the Spider Queen. Therefore, I think we just slow it down. Get this again. I will kill you, because then I get the health. If you burn to death, I don't get the health. Then I'll beef up. I haven't really empty-minded much, but in my defense, that is because I've not used a rusty longsword as much as I thought I would. But I think now we should consider it. Possibly even at the cost of not carrying the gemstone with me, or the Uchigatana. In fact, it's probably the Uchigatana now that I drop instead. Because I need to do some crowd control for a little bit. We can come back and pick it up later. Okay, 21 damage, but it's on a ranged attack, so repel won't work here, sadly. I have no form of attack in my hand. That's kind of troll. Not gonna lie, bit troll. Okay, never mind. Much better. Mucho better. By the way, if you land on this guy, this is the other thing I like about Ground Slam. He might be massive, but this has something called like forced movement. Or maybe it doesn't. I'm sure it said somewhere. I used to say it was called forced movement. If you land on a tile an enemy is on, they have to be pushed. So I can push these massive guys even when they're massive. It can set up some funny situations. For example, if I push this guy right now and he goes to the left, he's going to kill this spider instead. If he goes to the right, he's going to kill one of the barricades. So I think this is all good. I should also beef up first. Or guard. I think we beef up though. Okay, he got pushed to the left, so he's going to kill one of these little spiderlings now. Which is fantastic news. I shouldn't have blind them. Blind applies a weak, which is 25% damage reduction for a single turn. It stacks, but hard to stack weak in this game, to be completely honest with you. It's a bit of a bad status effect. It doesn't get a lot of love, but if I weaken you, you're going to do 15. Which means that the spider will live, I think? Actually, maybe I do want to do this, because doesn't the pod just explode then and not land? Some niche interactions are coming up here that I don't really remember. I want to see how this interacts. I think the pod doesn't land now, right? Yeah, this was a better play, because instead of getting a full health spiderling in one turn, you'd have a 2 health spiderling. Oh my god, you're spawning all the eggs. Okay. We're gonna get hit by this, I believe. I can't push them. They are nearly dead, and at the end of this battle, we get full health back anyway. So it's fine to take a little hit here or there. And when you look at that, by the way, the burning has just been slowly ticking away over time, doing a little bit of damage that I didn't have to worry about. I think I will shoot with a crossbow as well, just because why not? And then this guy, stun your friend, please. Okay, she's made a colossal mistake. She came towards me. We'll equip this again. And should be lethal. Fortunately, as well, I don't have to kill the spiderlings. I just need to kill the spider queen. You used to have to kill the ads afterwards, and there were some fights I lost the ads. And that was really annoying. Okay, Backstab is a very good attack card. But I still feel like I think the future of this deck lies towards a block build. Repel is on the wrong colour though. It would be a blue block build, so... And I don't really like Repel. It's not super good. I think I'll grab Think Fast. You think Pot of Greed's good? This is 0 mana, draw 3 cards. It does get exhausted after that, but... Not the worst thing, still. Anyway, we'll take the Stone Shield because it makes me feel better about myself. Even though I think they're basically the same. Stone Shield gives you a movable, you can't be pushed. I mean, it's basically does nothing, right? At this point, I probably don't need the Rusty Longsword either. I will take the Uchigatana. There are some more multi-enemy battles going forwards. I mean, the floor bosses are normally multi-enemy. But there are some bosses, but the second floor boss is only a 2-enemy boss. There is then a 5 one at the very end of the game, but I'm not getting a Rusty Longsword to the end of the game. Anyway, look how much gold I'm getting from this. This is all because of the gemstone that we carried. And also when you complete a floor, you get to choose a Bracer. This flips my build entirely. Instead of shops being the most valuable thing, shops become the least valuable thing. That's pretty funny. I think this is better, by the way. I'd rather have more choices. Fortune Bracer lets you get a card discarded at random. Very good if you have a heavy card build, but there's not many other enablers to it, so I rarely really focus on it. I do take this quite a lot, but fatigue costs 0. Kind of interesting. I think I'm going to take the Rat Charm, though. And we'll get rid of the Capybara Charm. Sadly, you don't get anything for disposing these, but I think you should do. Give me something, like even a gold would do. Anyway, Twitchers, we're going to keep going. YouTubers, this is going to be goodbye. If you want to see the full run, go and check the Twitch VOD out. It should be up for a few more days. But I'll piecemeal these up now for you. So anyway, YouTubers, goodbye.